BoDean 52. Howdy, folks. Hope you are well. You know, there are some roads like this that maybe if you're a beginner or you still have some riding anxiety, you may not want to ride. It's kind of like being out at Sturgis. From what I hear, riding is terrible out there. For years, I have wanted to go to Sturgis. Man, that is the trip of a lifetime. There's so many people that I'm friends with, and many that I follow on YouTube that was out at Sturgis and did just a magnificent job at sharing video and their times. And, you know, anytime people are still talking about a rally months and years after it happens, man, it must be something special. And I know there are a lot of folks that just were going out there for the first time. You know, they talked about it the year before. Everybody was so excited about it. All the planning, all the preparing to make that track all the way out to Sturgis. One of the things that I found interesting, or concerning, however you look at it, was to a person, almost everyone that was out there talked about the poor motorcycle riding of so many people and how it was dangerous, concerning, and I don't know if that's poor skills, that's just inexperience, that's anxiety, because what I understand and what I see, bikes everywhere. All the time, everywhere. But to a person, they talk about the poor motorcycle riding and how some folks adjusted their time on certain roads or waited before or after everybody left, or came a couple days early. And I found that interesting, as well as, you know, the old debate on you trailer your motorcycle or you ride it out there. And this isn't a video about that, but all I know is just worry about you. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just going to worry about what's best for me and not what others think. I can tell you from my perspective, if I'm going out to Sturgis and I'm riding with some buddies or we're meeting up, I'm going to ride it out there. But you know what? If I'm taking my bride out there who has had hip surgery, guess what? I'm loading it up in the trailer. So, but I hear that it is just so crazy out there that the motorcycle riding is getting to the point where it's dangerous. So I was watching her two wheels that's been sharing the experience of Sturgis, and she talked definitely about the riding out there. But there was another video that she did a while back about motorcycle anxiety, and I just wonder if, you know, those folks that, God bless them, probably saved for such a long time, it was a trip of a lifetime, actually get out there maybe for the first time and get on with on those roads with all the motorcycles and the speeds and the technical roads, and it just freaks them out, or, you know, causes that anxiety that I know that Jess talked about, like that guy. And I told him he was number one. And I just wonder how fun could it have been for them. And then you get some experienced riders who are out there, and again, spend, you know, all year saving up, taking time off work to go out there, and they're experienced riders, and they want to take in everything, right? And what I hear is it takes weeks to really take in everything out there. I just can't wait to find out myself. But so they are out there going to concerts, staying at the Chip, staying all over and riding the roads as part of that experience. And I could imagine that experience level of others is frustrating to them as well. So it makes me kind of think is if you are anxious about some of those roads, or you know when you're a motorcycle rider, or you should know when maybe your skill level isn't where it should be, maybe that is not the place to ride it. And maybe it's not technical roads until you increase and get that confidence. That doesn't mean shut it down. That means practice, 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 right? And that's not what this video was about, but I had a buddy of mine that talked about how he went out, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, and he went out, now for a different reason, he went out early because he didn't want the crowds. And he said that the motorcycle riding in the roads was incredible, but it was somewhat empty. And I'm just wondering if that's the best method for folks when they go out there, if they're not super confident in their skills, because it's not going to be fun for you either. And should they maybe go out there earlier, or maybe stay later, and enjoy the whole experience of what Sturgis is, but enjoy those roads maybe when there's less people and you can ride your own ride, your own speed, and enjoy it a ton more. Because I will tell you that if I was out there and I was uncomfortable on some of the roads, it probably wouldn't be fun for me. One is, I would be concerned, am I screwing up other people's rides? And screwing up my own. And I wouldn't want to do that. So, I just think that maybe you should think through, when do I ride that? When am I at the event? Where can I make it so there's less pressure, less anxiety on me, and then on others? And, of course, if you don't care what others think, then, go out there and kind of go through that, because I know it's easy for me to say that while I'm riding here in Michigan in the flatlands and have not been out to Sturgis yet, and I don't understand what it's like to be out there. I get that. But just something to consider and think through, because Sturgis looks like it is a flat-out riot. And I have to find a way to get out there next year, hopefully with 3 or 4 buddies, because I would imagine that every year you go out there, whether it's you've been there multiple years or it's your first year, that you make memories that you just can't get back. So folks, if you have been out there, I would love to hear your feedback on that. Do you feel comfortable on the roads? Did you see a lot of the stuff that I heard about inexperienced riders? And what are your thoughts on that? Did it impact the event for you? I'm sure it really didn't. I'm sure you adjusted around it. But love to hear your feedback, your suggestions for folks, because you gain experience by riding, right? So you want people to go out there and you want them to enjoy Sturgis. Maybe just time it a little bit differently. But I love your thoughts, because I have not yet been out there. But next year, I'm going. Dang it. Be safe, everybody. Make sure to check on a friend. We're getting lost in the country, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, folks.